So a few minutes invested now can save you possible hundreds come springtime. Hello everyone, Dennis here with MDM Plumbing and Sewer. Today we're going to talk about protecting your home this winter, and we're going to be starting with your hose bibs. The hose bib is typically one of the first things to freeze. Now, if not properly protected, water can get trapped in your hose bib, freeze, and that could become a costly repair come spring. This is going to be one of our most common hose bibs or outdoor faucets on a home. This is what we call a frost-proof hose bib. Now, most of us just see this end, but this end is going to be the side that's buried in the wall. Now, how these operate, this is our handle, on off of course, and there's a long stem in this tube, and the shutoff for this hose bib is actually located in the house. Now, that's what makes it frost-free. We're going to be turning the water off in the conditioned space or heated space inside the home. Now, one of the first steps we want to do when protecting these for the winter is going to be to unscrew our garden hose. What can happen if we leave that garden hose attached, we can actually trap water in this tube here, which is going to be closer to the cold side of the building envelope. Water is then going to sit here, freeze, of course, expand, and then actually create a slit in this tubing here. Now, typically, since our shutoff is here, our hose bib still will work. Once we go, come springtime, to turn the water back on, we're going to get water traveling through this tube to come out of our hose bib. But since there is a split here due to that freeze, that's where we're going to get water starting to leak in the house. Now, first step to that is going to be to remove our garden hose. Now, as mentioned, here is our first step. Pretty simple one. I recommend everyone doing it. We're just going to go ahead and take off our garden hose. This is going to allow all that trapped water in that tube to come out and drain out of that tubing. Now, if these are installed correctly, you always want to install them at a slight angle so all that water can run out. Now, in this particular circumstance in this home, we were actually able to find where our hose bib is entering the home and track down the piping. In this particular circumstance, we do have what we call an isolation valve just for that hose bib. Now, if this guy is present for you, we do always recommend actually turning it off. Just an extra precaution. Basically, what we have here is a ball valve style isolation valve. When the handle is going in line with the pipe, that valve is open. We can go ahead and proceed to turn it off. When that handle is standing at an opposite direction of that pipe, that water is going to be shut off. Now, what we do want to do after we shut down waters, there's still going to be some pressure in this line. So we want to go back to our hose bib, exterior side of the house, and actually let that pressure out. Now, at this time, we have turned the valve off inside, and we want to purge out any remaining water that may or may not be in there, just as a precaution. Basically, just go ahead, open up that hose bib, close her down. Now, while we're out here, what we want to check for is the actual, what we call, penetration into the house. We want to make sure there's no gaps or voids where any possible cold air can be coming inside the building, affecting that piping inside. Now, this one does look good, so we're good from there. This guy is now winterized. Now, an extra precaution that we could take is actually going to be using one of these foam covers. Now, these are available at pretty much any big box store. We always call it cheap insurance, right? So it's a good idea to go ahead and install this guy over that hose bib. Basically, there's a loop. We're going to go ahead and put it over our vacuum breaker on that hose bib, pull our cord, and tighten her up. Now, this is fully ready to go through the winter. So a few minutes invested now can save you possible hundreds come springtime, not to mention possible mitigation if that was to break within the wall. If you're not sure if your hose bib is frost free or if you have an isolation valve or not, give the licensed pros a call at MDM Plumbing and Sewer, 847-306-9736.